Hi friends, previous video I explained about the electrical vehicle, its critical components and their function. This video I am going to tell about the differences between the electrical vehicle and the vehicle run with the conventional internal combustion engine. This figure represents the car powered with the IC engine, internal combustion engine. And this car represents the car with electric power. The first main difference is this is powered with the internal combustion engine, which is run with fossil fuel like petrol or diesel, whereas this is powered with an electric traction motor, which is powered with storage batteries. Because this vehicle runs with the internal combustion engine, the combustion byproducts comes through the exhaust gases and causes the pollution in the environment. So many harmful gases like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, etc. comes through these exhaust gases. In case of vehicle, as there is no any burning of the fuel, there is no any pollution to the environment. And in case of car powered with IC engine, lot of noise comes from the vehicle. And there is no such noise pollution in case of the electrical vehicle. Maintenance is expensive here because engine oil filters, gearbox oil, all these things cost, and the engine coolant and all. In case of electric vehicle, no such maintenance cost is involved here because there is no engine oil, there is no transmission oil, there is no filter, there is no coolant. In case of this vehicle running with the IC engines, more components in engine and transmission, more wear and tear, and hence more repair cost. There is no engine, there is no big transmission because only small transmission is available here. So no major parts are involved. So the repair cost will be less here. Overall running expenses will be less. And in case of this conventional vehicle running with IC engines, the loss of power through the cooling system and the exhaust system will be to the tune of around 60 to 65%, which we have seen in my previous videos, because net power available at flywheel in any internal combustion will be maximum of its 1/3 of its power. So after all the losses, engine losses and friction losses in the transmission, differential, etc., the net power available at wheels to this conventional vehicle will be 20%. In case of electrical vehicle, the net power available at wheels will be to the tune of 75%. Here it is 20%, here it is 75%. And in case of this vehicle running with IC engine, the fuel cost will be very high compared to the electrical cost because electricity is cheaper than the fuel cost. So the operating cost, the running cost is less in case of electric vehicle. Here the transmission is very small, less components and less maintenance charges. Here the transmission is very large with complicated many parts and the cost will be more. So one side the thermal losses through exhaust gases and cooling system, the other side the weight of the engine is very high here. So the power to weight ratio of the engine is very low, whereas the weight of the motor is less here. So the power to weight ratio of the prime mover of the electric vehicle is more. So the electric vehicle in terms of the power utilization is very efficient compared to the conventional vehicle. And in case of this conventional vehicle with IC engine, it can travel for long distances, even thousands of kilometers, just by filling the petrol or diesel in few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes at filling stations, and you can travel thousands of kilometers. Whereas the electrical vehicle is having a limitation in traveling distance. In some cars, a fully charged battery may come to 150 to 160 kilometers, and some cars it may maximum come to 500 kilometers. So nothing beyond that one. Again, if we want to charge these batteries, it takes, as I told you, it takes 5 to 6 hours. That is the challenge here. I told about the power to weight ratio and the losses, thermal losses. Just see this table. In case of the electrical vehicle, the loss in the traction motor between power input to the power output, approximately it will be 20%. The losses towards the battery charging will be 12%. The losses on account of friction while the accessories are working, it will be around 12%. Total losses will be 44%. Whereas all the vehicles are coming with now regenerative braking system. So when in electrical vehicle, when the brake is applied, motor turns as a generator and helps to charge the traction battery pack. So at an average, there is a gain of around 16% power due to this regenerative braking system. So 44% minus 16% will be around 28% losses. If you remove this 28% losses, the net power available at wheels will be 72%. So right from batteries to the wheels, net power available in case of electrical vehicle is 72%. In case of internal combustion engines, the engine losses alone will be 62 to 65%. Maybe in some older engines it will be to the tune of 70%. Drivetrain, that is transmission, differential, etc., and other friction losses, it will be to the tune of 18%. And there is no any regenerative system because there are no batteries, there is no alternator, there is no generator. The total losses will be to the tune of 80% and net power available at the engines will be 20% only. Okay. See the difference between the 20% and 72%. So in terms of the energy utilization, the electrical vehicles are very, very efficient. What is the power to weight ratio? Okay. This is the total power produced by an engine over the total mass of the engine. Example, if an engine of 500 kg mass produces 40 kilowatt power, its power to weight ratio will be 40 divided by 500, which is 0.8. Due to the light weight of the traction motor in case of electric vehicle, the power to weight ratio will be comparatively higher than the IC engines. Friends, hope this video is useful to you. Please subscribe to my channel and ask your friends to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for listening.